Hello, my name is Dr. Al-Hamad, Assistant Professor at Daphne Cockwell School of Nursing at Toronto Metropolitan University. My co-authors are listed in this slide. I'm here to share with you our study finding entitled Blossoming Beyond Borders, Exploring Sense of Belonging and Living Practices among Ukrainian and Syrian refugee women in Canada. So the concept of belonging has gained significant attention in policy debate concerning identity, migration, integration, and social cohesion, and it is clearly closely tied to refugee well-being and ability to feel comfortable and ease in specific host country. Sense of belonging to a place at certain scale, specifically for refugee women, house and specifically to the whole country, has something to do with their sense of attachment to that location, and it's multidimensional concept that influenced by multiple factors that necessitate exploration at different levels. We have three research questions. How do Ukrainian and Syrian refugee women in Canada perceive their sense of belonging in Canada? What are the common sustainable living practices adopted by Ukrainian and Syrian refugee women in Canada and the impact on their health and well-being? How do cultural background, displacement, and economic conditions shape Ukrainian and Syrian refugee women experiences and sense of belonging in Canada? With regards to methods, this study utilized descriptive qualitative exploratory approach with an intersectional lens, aiming to extract rich subjective experiences and perspectives on Syrian and Ukrainian refugee women's sense of belonging and sustainable living practices in Canada. Purposefully chosen sample of 15 refugee women, 9 Syrian with 6 Ukrainian to conduct were chosen, and we conduct virtual interviews using Zoom platform. We also requested images from the participant where they share 3 to 5 original handmade items that they had used to improve their well-being and sense of belonging in Canada with some of their daily routine. When it's come to data analysis, Syrian and Ukrainian refugee women narratives were analyzed thematically, guided by Brown and Clark technique. Thematic analysis is a qualitative technique for locating, summarizing, and interpreting patterns or themes in the interviews. We utilize NVivo 12 software for sorting, coding, and analyzing as a qualitative data management software, and we adopted several trustworthiness measures to ensure the credibility of a study's finding, including peer debriefing and member checking. When it's come to result, we end up having 4 major themes with some sub-themes. The first theme was talking about surviving and thriving and how these refugee women, including Syrian and Ukrainian, nourishing their body and soul and have some healing sort through creativity. Many women spoke about their crafting, they spoke about baking as some of a creativity to enhance their well-being and their sense of belonging in Canada. Other themes was building self-sufficiency and sustainable living practices, including they develop some food recipes and they develop some meals from scratch, and they end up having economic kind of meals that utilize basic ingredients, and they just creatively develop some of those meals to make their needs meet. And negotiation, belonging, and identity in a cross-cultural context. Many women from 2 different refugee groups spoke around crafting a sense of home and how they both been engaged in some crafting exercise to create a space to belong, and actually we have several images that have been shared by the participant to speak about how crafting have something to do with their sense of belonging. And blooming with possibilities in a new home, both refugee group, Syrian and Ukrainian women spoke around like they perceive Canada as a new home where they can thrive and survive, and with a good opportunity for them to develop and improve even for their families and children. When it's come to implication, this study provides insight for policymakers to address the specific need and concern of refugee women, call for creation of policies to foster these women's sense of community and belonging, eliminate the intersection of various factors that affect women's sense of belonging, and calling for tailoring services, programs, and resources to foster sense of belonging and empower refugee women groups. To sum up, this study highlight the processes and the nature of developing sense of belonging among Syrian and Ukrainian refugees. Thank you very much.